again, Jules here from Joolsedesigns at JT Creations. So we're starting the steampunk journal, and I've folded the pages in half. Now, instead of having them that way and stitching them into the spine on the fold, what I'm going to do is something similar to what I did when I used to do albums. So these are going to fit into a spine that way, so they will be glued in, and if I can, stitched as well. So I've got 12 pages here. I've got a large envelope because it's quite robust, and what I want is I want 1/4 inch space in between each page. Now, to do that for 12, I wouldn't be able to do it on an A4 page. I could, and I could stick them together, but this is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to use this. And what I will do is I'll start with a 1/2 inch, because that'll overlap from the spine. So 1/2 inch. Then I want 1/2 inch to go in to the page. So I've 1/2 inch, so another 1/2 inch is 1, and then 1 1/2. So what will happen is that will go in to the page, and that will stick down. So then what I want is I want a 1/4 inch space. Oops. Because I've do that again. 1/4 inch space. Then I want 1/2 inch and another 1/2 inch. That should have been there. 1/4 inch goes to 3/4, then 1/4 inch, then 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. Then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 pages. And then 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 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 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to see how many pages I've got here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm putting that last one at the 4. So I want 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, and that was at 1/2, so that's 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, and that's 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch. So let me see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more. So it's 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch where we cut. And I'll just put this back. Right, so what you're best off doing is folding all your 1/2 inches. Folding up each 1/2 inch, and then I'm folding it over that way and folding it that way, and that folds the 1/4 inches, so the 1/4 inch spaces. And I found it was the easiest way for me to do. If you run your fingers along the edge of the 1/2 inch score at the bottom, so there you can see the 1/4 inch there, and then I just fold it over, take the next 2 1/2 inches, fold them up into a mountain, run my finger along the bottom, fold it that way and fold it that way. The next 1/2 inch, make it into a mountain, run my finger along the edge, the bottom where the 1/4 inch, where it hits the 1/4 inch, and fold it both ways. And again, this is the, if you do, like, I mean, I'm all right. If I'd just been starting this, if I hadn't done it before, what I would have done was I would have marked the 1/4 inch. Right, so underneath, and it's just where the envelope joins the other part of the envelope, so I'm just folding it over and giving it a good hard crease. And then my next one, again along the edge down to the crease of the 1/4 inch, down to the crease of the 1/4 inch, and you're going to think that this is going to be a great big huge wide journal, but it isn't actually. It's only going to be about 3 inches if anything. And then what I do is I just usually fold them up like that, concertina them up, and then do it on this side. So fold them over, fold them up, Oops. And then when you look at the back, so that's how big my spine's going to be. It's going to be quite a chunky monkey. So 3¼ inches, because remember these bits are the ones that just sort of like sit on the spine. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a tiny bead of glue, because I am going to be stitching these, so I'm just going to run a tiny bead of glue. You can use double-sided sticky tape. And again. And again. And again. Right, we've got a crease wrong here somewhere. That's it. And I think it's that double crease again. So this is your spine, and I'm just folding these flaps over that way. And this is what gives you the flexibility of opening your pages, because these are basically your, like they're like wings. No. No. We had it right the first time. So this is this. Right, I'm just matching these up. That's it. Right. I should have just gone with 6 pages and just done it with an A4 sheet, but because I've done this before, I'm quite happy to do it with like a wider a wider journal. And I'll just make my journal cover with a cereal box, which you get some of them. Okay, so what happens is these fit on each of these like little fins. Like that. And then you have 1/4 of an inch. And then you've got your next page, your next page, your next page. So there's like, you'll see it going in 1/4 of an inch, and it's similar to a waterfall. So what I'm going to do is I am going to stitch around the pages, hopefully, if I can get them in my machine. And I'm putting the first fin in, and we'll just stick that. You don't want it right down to the corner, but you need it down quite a bit. And then just a thin bead of glue, and there we are. And that's our first page. So there you've got your crease there. So you open your next piece and you put it, leveling it out with your page. And you can see how the page runs. So put a thin piece of glue there. And again into that, but not right to the edge. Yep. You need to make sure that your pages are folded properly. And our next page, and make sure that your pages are the right way. If you're the pattern on the pages isn't directional, then you're fine. And if your pages go off a little bit, it's fine, because you can trim them at the top. And again, you've got your crease there. So you've got your next piece that comes in. This is when I wished I had my Hobby World glue stick. And it's not right up to the very edge, it's about a mil away. And as you can see, when it's laid there, you've got your, and I mean, if you want, you can keep these open and make top loading pockets and things like that, but I'm not this time. And then we've got our lady steampunk. And the harder you press with your glue stick, the better. The more malleable the glue is, especially the Asda one. And this was a little bit bigger than the spine was a slight fraction longer than the page, which is fine. And I've tried to do the pages so they match the blues, the greens, the beiges, the pinks. Have a look at that. Yep. I should really stick that down, then do the gluing. That would be easier. So we'll try that next time. Right. So again, that goes in there. I'll try this. Aha! And then just your thin bead of glue. And again, you can see how it's sitting. And then you've got lots of room for pockets, because in albums you have sort of like jutty out pockets and things like that. And I just wanted to do it to see what it would be like mixing albums with junk journaling. And fold it down. It's a bit like a waterfall, I suppose. And then this is my favourite page, this. The lady steampunk outfit. And in that way. So you can see we've gone a bit off there, but that's fine, it's okay. Just take it back a bit. So this is quite late in the day for me to be doing a video. And our lady steampunk again. more pages to go. Actually, I've lost one. I've done an extra one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, I did an extra one. How did I manage that? Because we've only got 12 pages. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope. That's give us our 12. So there we are. So I'm just going to see if I can open that. If I can't, it's fine. I'll just trim this off. And it just means it's got 3/4 of an inch to sit in the journal instead of, and there we are. So you can see it's a little bit off, but it's not too bad. And when you open your book, your journal, that's what it's like. And you've got these bits. Now you can decorate them with strips of paper, washi tape, whatever. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to run them down the machine, each one of them. So I will go away, stitch them. I'm going to see if I can stitch them right the way around. If I can't, because of my machine, I can't get everything under my machine, that's fine. I'll just make sure that I go in with the art glitter glue and glue them. But I'm going to go away and stitch them, and then I'll come back with them stitched. So I'll see you in a bit. Hi, that's me back. So that's me. I've stitched each page in. It was quite easy because I could just pull them, and it will be easy for me to stitch around the pages. So as you can see, and I was able to go by the line to get the, because I'm not the greatest of stitches, to get the stitch straight. So I'm quite pleased with that. So we'll leave that for now. Hi, that's me back. So I've stitched round it, stitched the pages on. I don't know whether you can see, I just did a straight stitch, and it was quite easy because I was able to run it through my machine. I've actually stitched each of the pages individually, and I used like a reddy brown and the gold. I ran out of the gold there, so I used blue. And I've decided, I've changed my mind, I'm not going to do a journal like that. I'm going to keep it like this and do it as a waterfall. So this part will be stuck to the cover. You know, when I make the cover will cover this, and it will come probably to there, but the only part of the journal that will be stuck to the cover is this part. It'll be well and truly glued. So I'm going to go away and I'm going to start cutting out the ephemera. I mean, I have been making some of the some of the things because we did the paper bags. I don't know whether I'll use all of them, but I certainly like that on there, and I might use one of the tucks. I have cut some of them out. I've got some, the poor birdie's upside down. It looks as if he's laying down, but I might sort of like use one of these pockets or one of the little tuck pockets. I quite like these, especially for just sort of like putting a bag in. There's quite a few of these little tuck spots for, and I quite like them, especially when the pages are quite decorated and pretty. But I have some of the papers left, so I do want to make some flip outs and things like that. So these bags, you know, if I don't want to cover the page, I could do it as a flip out so you can still see it, and I can put a pocket in. But obviously I don't want to fill it too bulky. But just to let you know that I changed my mind, as us crafters do all the time. Because when I was stitching it, and it's so flexible, and I thought, do you know what, I've not made a waterfall journal since last Christmas, and this is quite a good concept for waterfall, because normally the pages are folded up like that, and you know, the next one goes round and it sticks out, where these are all separate pages. And I thought, no, I quite like that. So I will see you in part 2 of the Shabby Steampunk journal, and it's a waterfall journal, and it'll be quite nice. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.